This video was produced by The Top Cut. Be sure to check out thetopcut.net, your home for Pokemon TCG, tournament coverage, professional game analysis, and interviews with the best players in the world. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, welcome back to Game 3 of this very exciting series in the top 4 of the Wisconsin Regional Championships. On our left, we have Adam Keibler, who did win Game 1. And on our right, we have our very own Kyle Pooka Sucevich, who won Game 2 and is looking into a pretty desperate situation. Oh man, we see a Mewtwo versus a Dynamo. One DCE is all this takes for Kyle's tournament life to be over. Does Adam have it? Oh man, this has to be so stressful for Kyle. He went through a heartbreaking Game 1 where he just didn't draw anything, and Game 2 he played pretty standard and had no supporters in his opening hand, but turned it around, and now he's staring down a Mewtwo who's pretty much been the bane of his existence this match. And will Adam draw some way to do 40 damage this turn? It's so tough to tell right now. So we do see a Junk Arm coming in for Dual Ball. Or he's just using another gear. I think he's just looking for Juniper here. He just wants to go completely all in with us. I think I kind of would have liked to see a Dual Ball just as a backup plan in case things went wrong. But regardless, he is going for the Pont, and if Adam draws DCE or maybe a Switch and 2 Grass and Sky Arrow, then the game will be over. Tornadus, Junk Arm, Catcher, Grass, and Sky Arrow. So there will not be a turn 1 knockout by this Mewtwo this turn. So Adam, he went for the turn 1 gambit, and it just did not work out, and Kyle gets a turn. Let's see him make the most of this. So we did see Adam put a Grass Energy on the Mewtwo. There are a couple. I don't believe it's possible yet to knock out his opponent's Mewtwo with your own Mewtwo. It would require like 3+ powers to do it. So very unlikely of it happening. However, we do see a catcher up for Celebi. And he knows that that Mewtwo is very dangerous. However, Adam does have a Sky Arrow in his hand, so that's really like a thank you, Kyle. Thank you for sending up my Celebi so I can energy accelerate more. But it just all comes down to this Pont. Does Kyle draw enough to stay into this game? He does draw a couple Zekroms, so he does draw a bunch of Pokemon. I even saw a level ball in there, so he will be able to get even another Dynamo out. So this is a pretty solid turn for Kyle. He really needs a supporter to back this hand up into the coming turns. That's something Kyle's hands have been lacking of in this game so far, is supporter. So we do see a Zekrom coming up, and yep, just the pass. So Adam says, basically saying, I started with Mewtwo, and I'm going to finish this game with Mewtwo. Mewtwo all day, every day, and he's just going to keep on trucking with it. So he does get a Pont. Probably looking for some catchers, knock some Dynamos out. There is 2 Dynamos though, so Kyle will be able to evolve next turn. But he does send up probably bring up the 40 HP Dynamo if you're going to Sky Arrow. Alright, there's the Sky Arrow, and there's the Pont. So Mewtwo all day, every day, coming into full effect this game. And let's just see if Adam can kind of break the trend that's been going on with these matches like this. When you go Mewtwo first, you actually just tend to lose. So if maybe Adam can pull this out. We'll see. So Kyle does have another Zekrom, and does he have anything to go with this? He's just going to Juniper away a Mewtwo. He's basically saying, I don't even need Mewtwo to beat you. You may Mewtwo all day, but I refuse. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's appropriate. It would have been kind of gambly to just drop Mewtwo, considering his opponent had Mewtwo. But if you do hit that gamble, you can really punish a aggressive Mewtwo player. So, but it looks like he is just going to send up the Zekrom, and he gets a Eelektrik to go with it. I feel like Kyle probably would have a... No, it's tough. I don't think he would have dropped the Mewtwo under almost any circumstance, unless he had like the DC in his hand. But it looks like Kyle just passes, and we do see a dual ball coming in for Adam. I wonder what he's going to get. I have a feeling it's more Mewtwo's, but maybe it'll be Tornadus's or a Regigigas. And it is Regigigas and Mewtwo. So, yep. Continuing on with this aggressive Mewtwo play. However, I would like to see him start charging up that Regigigas. Once you get it going, it's very, very strong. So he just drops 2 more EXs down and is just gonna X ball for 60. And this is gonna allow Kyle to maybe do a lot of damage with Outrage. So this is gonna be quite a turn for Kyle if he can really just take advantage of this play. Things he could do, he could maybe catch her up the Celebi. That would be interesting. Take a prize. And then just say, hey, I'm going to take 2 Celebi knockouts, and then I'm just going to knock out 2 Mewtwo's, and that'll be the game. I'm just going to completely ignore your Regigigas. But he's just going to Juniper away everything. And let's see if Kyle can keep up this... Keep trying to set up, really. He just really wants to set up his board position normally. And he could do 80 to this Mewtwo. I don't know if he discarded a catcher or not. If he did discard catcher, then he's planning just to attack the active Mewtwo and just kind of show it who's boss. That at the end of the day, Zekrom, in Kyle's opinion, is better than Mewtwo. I guess he's saying my Zekrom's more legendary than your Mewtwo. Haha. So we do see an Outrage for 80 damage, and Adam will be taking another prize this turn, going up to 4 prizes, I believe. But yeah, oh man, is that 2 DCEs on the Regigigas? That's so strong. Ooh. This is going to get scary for Kyle very quickly. Regigigas is really tough to deal with. So he does do 80 and 20 to himself. So now that Regigigas has 160 health, I believe, which is maybe doable. So he drops the Tornadus. Tornadus is probably going to end up being very good in this matchup. And a Super Rod, which will get him that Mewtwo back that he discarded earlier. It'll get him the Eelektrik that he Junipered away. And I believe he gets a Zekrom. So now Kyle's discard is pretty solid with just, I think, mostly Lightning Energies in terms of things that were targets for Super Rod. And we are going to see a Bolt Strike this turn. Maybe Bolt Striking Mewtwo would be interesting. He's just saying, yeah, your Regigigas doesn't really do anything if I don't attack into it, and I'm just going to make you put damage counters on your own Regigigas until I can just deal with it with maybe a Mewtwo for the last 2 prizes. We'll see. But Kyle does use Pawn here trying to set up even more. Maybe he... Okay, so we do see a Bolt Strike gonna come in this turn. Does he have the catcher to get that Mewtwo? Nope. We see a level ball, and alright, so we're gonna see a Eelektrik coming in. So he's gonna have 2 in, and yeah, Regigigas is gonna take 120 from the Bolt Strike, I think. Oh, he does have a Junk Arm here, so maybe catcher is gonna come into play, and get that Mewtwo on the bench. Yep, here it is. Kyle taking 2 prizes with this Zekrom, and he even has another Eelektrik to go with this. So Tornadus will even be getting a Dynamotor energy, I believe. Does he have another Lightning? Yes, he does, and going on to Tornadus. And this is smart because he can power up Tornadus with a DCE now, and then just move that energy back somewhere else. Very good play by Kyle. And Adam kind of feeling it from the Mewtwo hits. Mewtwo all day, every day, against no EXs is it's painful. And he just drops down another Mewtwo. So he goes to 3 prizes. And does Kyle have what it takes to respond to this Mewtwo aggression? Since Adam is at 3, if Kyle were to drop double Mewtwo at this point, he may just win the game. He does catcher, brings up the Celebi, so he's going for a Hurricane this turn, and that's smart. That's very, very smart. He's going to be able to spread his energies out, keep things powered up, and he's going to be able to take a prize. If he can maybe knock out both Celebis and then Mewtwo for the last 2 prizes, he'll be in pretty good shape, and I believe he'll be able to do this before Adam will be able to take his last 3 prizes. Because if he knocks out this Celebi now, Kyle goes at 3, Adam knocks out Tornadus, Adam goes to 2, Kyle knocks out the second Celebi, Kyle goes to 2, and then Adam would knock out whatever Kyle sent up, and then Kyle can knock out Mewtwo for game. So this is definitely a winnable situation for Kyle. Nowhere near behind, and his deck is actually looking very thin. And that Eviolite is going to prove huge for Kyle. It's really going to protect his Tornadus to the fullest, so where Adam will need to do something very, maybe like a DCE on the Mewtwo or something along those lines. But Kyle will not be playing any Mewtwo's until he is at 2 prizes and Adam is at 1. So this is going to be a very tricky game. It really just comes down to whether Kyle can draw the catchers he needs to do this plan, which I think that's what he's going for. So we do see a plus power and another grass energy onto Mewtwo, and that's going to be able to do 110. So I don't. Can he take a prize this turn? Yeah, he can take a prize with this turn with Regigigas. That would be possible if he draws a catcher. And I do see a Junk Arm, so he is going to be able to do it. Oh wait, that was a Force Breath, wasn't it? Yeah, probably. So maybe if he commits more energy to that Mewtwo, he'll be able to. Yeah, he'll just be able to attack. Yep. So Adam takes another prize, going down to 2, and this cuts off Kyle's Mewtwo option for this turn. But if Kyle has a catcher on that Celebi, he will be able to still pull this game out. So it's really anyone's game right now. It's hard to tell. But Kyle can't drop Mewtwo. Absolutely not. He does get another catcher for that Celebi. And Kyle really just wants to thin his deck out as much as possible. He actually doesn't care what's in Adam's hand, so he doesn't want to play N. if he doesn't have to. There's nothing really too big that Adam can do to stop Kyle from maybe taking this game. As long as Adam's really going to be the one who needs to end here. He's going to need to go, I'm going to attack with my giant Mewtwo, and I'm going to end you down to 2, and I'm going to hope you don't draw your Mewtwo. And that's really what I think this game's coming down to. Yeah, we just see another Disaster Bolt. So now it is tied 2-2, and Adam is in a tough spot. He has to have end this turn. He has to cut off Kyle from having a way to get Mewtwo, and if he does, if he can do this, that one Mewtwo that has like 5 energy on it will go all the way. So Adam kind of recognizing that this game's not going to last too much longer. It's fine to drop Celebi, not a big deal. And now this is just, it's all coming down to this. It's all coming down to whether Kyle can draw out of the N for 2 that's going to happen to him. We do see a Junk Arm coming in. I'm curious on what he's going to get. I'm not really sure what he can get. Maybe just more catchers. It doesn't. He might be going for a catcher against the Eelektrik, which would lower the number or increase the number of cards Kyle does need to knock out Mewtwo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 80, 90. I think I would have liked to see Adam attack with Regigigas. If he had just simply discarded the switch instead of the plus power, he could have just plus powered here. But I mean, let's see, that would have put Regigigas at 30 more damage, so it would have gone to 130 health. Kyle would have needed a Bolt Strike, which would not be possible. Interesting. Maybe the Regigigas would have been a better play. Not sure. But we do see it all coming down to this. Here's the dual ball. Tails. Heads. Here comes Mewtwo. And does Kyle have the 2 energy he needs? Or just the 1 energy card? He just needs an energy card and he wins this game in a very close series of Mewtwo wars. So we do see a Pont. His deck is probably loaded. I don't believe I've seen many DCEs come down this game. So, most likely... Oh, there's an energy right off the bat. So, the suspense is broken. Kyle does get a Lightning Energy, Dynamotors, and puts the Lightning Energy onto Mewtwo. And that is game. Kyle, Pooka Sucevich, our very own Kyle, is going on to the finals of the Wisconsin Regional Championships in a very, very tight game series. The entire series was so tight. Adam took a very aggressive game 1, and then he tried to put on that aggression game 2. Didn't work out, and then game 3, same story, in a very, very tight game. Could have went either way, but Kyle does walk away the victor. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the series, and we'll see you in the finals.